The night before Rama's coronation was full of excitement and joy. King Dasharatha, filled with pride and love for his son, looked forward to the next morning. He had personally overseen all the arrangements and wanted to share his happiness with Queen Kaikeyi, who has always spoken fondly of Rama. "Where is Queen Kaikeyi?" he asked an attendant. "I wish to see her. The whole city is rejoicing. I want to share this joy with her." The attendant looked nervous. "Your Majesty, Queen Kaikeyi is not in her usual chambers. She has locked herself in the Krodhagraha, an anger room, and seems very upset." The Krodhagraha was a special room where queens went when they were deeply unhappy. They would take off their jewels, lie on the floor, and stay silent to show their grief. Dasharatha was shocked. "Kaikeyi, in the Krodhagraha on such a joyful night? Why is she upset?" he asked, worry growing in his heart. Without waiting, he rushed to her chamber. There, he found her exactly as described. She had removed her royal clothes and jewelry and was lying on the bare floor, facing away, her hair untied and messy. She looked like a withered flower. "Kaikeyi, my beloved, what's wrong?" Dasharatha cried out, running to her. "Has someone hurt you? Has someone dared to insult you? Just say the word and I will punish them. Why are you sad while the whole kingdom celebrates?" Kaikeyi let out a small sob but didn't look at him. "No one has insulted me, my lord," she said coldly. "Then what it is, my dearest?" Dasharatha pleaded, gently trying to lift her. "You know, your happiness means everything to me. Tell me your wish, and I swear by Rama, my beloved son, I will fulfill it, whatever it may be." At the mention of Rama's name, Kaikeyi finally turned to face him. Her eyes were cold and firm, a look Dasharatha has never seen on her before. It made her heart sink. "You swear by Rama?" he asked sharply. "Do you promise to give me whatever I ask?" "Yes, I swear," Dasharatha replied quickly. "I would never deny you anything." Kaikeyi slowly sat up. Her face was serious and she said, "Then remember the two bones you promised me long ago when I saved your life in battle. I have come to ask for them now." Dasharatha felt a shiver of fear. "Yes, I remember. Ask what you wish, my queen." Kaikeyi took a deep breath. "For my first boon, I want you to stop Rama's coronation instead. Make my son Bharata the Yuvraj, the crown prince." Dasharatha was stunned. He stared at her in disbelief. "Bharata, instead of Rama?" he asked. His voice was weak. "Kaikeyi, what are you saying? This is madness. Rama is the eldest, the most virtuous, the people's choice. Bharata himself would never agree to this. This is some cruel joke, isn't it?" "No, it is not," Kaikeyi replied firmly. "This is my first boon you promised." Dasharatha felt his world collapsing. He clutched his chest, struggling to breathe. And the second boon?" he whispered, dreading the answer. Kaikeyi's voice was calm but cruel. "For my second boon, I want Rama to be sent into the forest, the Dandaka forest, for 14 years to live as a hermit." The word hit Dasharatha with the force of a physical blow. He gasped, his eyes wide with horror and disbelief. "Send Rama away? Into the forest? For 14 years?" he cried. "Kaikeyi, have you lost your senses? Rama has done nothing wrong. He loves you like a mother. How can you ask for such a terrible thing?" Tears rolled down the old king's face. He dropped to his knees. "Take my kingdom, take my life, but don't ask me to do this, Kaikeyi. I cannot live without Rama. He is my heart, my soul. Ayodhya will not survive without him." But Kaikeyi remained cold. You give me your word, O king, you sworn by Rama himself. A king from the Ikshvatu dynasty never break his promise. Will you give up your honor because of your attachment? Dasharatha was broken. The very oath he had made, hoping to comfort his king, now became a trap. He begged her, cried, shouted, reasoned, but Kaikeyi would not change her mind. Again and again she reminded him of his promise. How could you be so cruel, Kaikeyi? He cried. His voice was weak with anguish. The king who brought you such joy, the Rama you showered with affection, how can you wish such a terrible fate upon him? What has he ever done to deserve this? But it was too late. Manthara's poison has done its work. Kaikeyi's heart had turned into stone. She was deaf to his cries and blind to his sorrows. That night, which has begun with hope and celebration, turned into the darkest night of King Dasharatha's life. He fainted many times from grief, and each time he woke up, he looked at Kaikeyi with pleading eyes, hoping she would show some kindness, but there was none. He knew with unbearable pain that he would have to fulfill his promise to Kaikeyi. The thought of telling Rama and seeing the sadness in his beloved son's eyes was too painful to him to handle. The sun that was meant to rise on the day of Rama's coronation would now rise on a day of grief, betrayal, and a father's unbreakable hurt.